If it's your first time here, my name is Ryan. This is the No Autopilot YouTube channel. My whole goal is to do the deep research for you. You don't have to spend hours and hours piling through websites, white papers, tokenomics, your one-stop shop. Get everything you need, know about Sidus Heroes. If you like deep dives, I'm your guy. Of course, quick disclaimer, not financial advice, just some dude on the internet who likes to talk about crypto. I am gonna go ahead and add timestamps into the video below because sometimes these can be a little long, and I wanna make sure you guys can navigate. So today we're talking about Sidus Heroes, a NFT play-to-earn turn-based game built on the one, the only Ethereum. How this is working is they have 6,000 unique characters that have different levels of rarity, from original, rare, legendary, exclusive, all the way up to partner. And you have to, in essence, beef those up with specialized cards in order to go ahead and form those rare and legendary heroes. So only 4,500 original NFTs, 1,000 of which can be rare, and only 500 of which can be legendary. Now, another unique component of this thing is you can actually go ahead, you can stake your NFTs. You could take your characters, you could stake it, and depending on how long you stake it for, go ahead and earn yourself some Sidus tokens. Now, from a high level, if we zoom out, this Sidus metaverse, okay, you have the NFT collection at the top. Those are the characters, the players. You have the game itself that you can go ahead and use those NFTs in. You have the marketplace that backs it where you can go ahead and sell, buy, trade your NFTs. You can go ahead and stake your NFTs for farming. Go ahead and support. And they also have Sidus Starter. So a way for Sidus backers to go ahead and bootstrap up and coming games. Oh, Crypto Marcoco doing the dab in the chat. Look at that. What's interesting about this thing too is that they put in a ton of work. And you're gonna see this as we dive deeper into the video here, but they also have layered in a political system on top of all of that. So if you want some somewhat complex political system in place, that kind of adds some layers, some spiciness to this thing, they got you covered. And so high level, what are these folks trying to do? We've seen tons, right? Why should we care about this? Well, Sidus Heroes is the first ever WebGL AAA level play-to-earn NFT and MMORPG. That stands for Massive Multiplayer Online Role-Playing Game for my Skyrim players. It combines the strongest aspects of traditional and blockchain gaming. So they're going after those high-end graphics, the NFTization of in-game items, well thought out gameplay scenario and interaction, political system we talked about, backed by a strong token economic model, easy to entry, and backed up by a DAO. So it isn't one person driving this whole thing. Pretty cool. They also went ahead and they listed some information about market cap. Market overview. What stood out to me? Percentage of the blockchain's industry overall activity attributed gaming, 55%. Growth in blockchain gaming compared to 2020, put out in 2021. 509%, $40 billion generated in the skin market in 2021, which accounts for 25% of the traditional gaming industry's total global revenue, and $127 million invested in crypto funds in blockchain game-related platforms in October 2021. So in essence to say, blockchain gaming is hot. There's a lot of people piling a lot of money into it, a lot of developers trying to make that best up and coming game. You go ahead and snag all those sweet profits. What makes this one different? Gods and John Biggs, what about the Gods Unchained vid? We'll get that one out, man. I promise. Don't lose faith in me. Not yet. So what problem are they trying to solve? Well, let's talk about fraud. I've seen a whole bunch of these. Say they're gonna launch a game and don't, in essence, just kind of show pictures and NFTs and images, but nothing ever comes to fruition. So they're gonna go ahead and they're gonna knock that out of the park. Right off the bat, they're trying to earn your trust. Lack of interaction with other players. I think this is a shot straight at Decentraland. I don't know if you guys have been in Decentraland, but it's a ghost town, unless you go to the casino. Outdated devices. You don't have to have the latest, greatest PC in order to run this. Lack of AAA experiences in GameFi. Most of it's kind of pixelated, simple, easy to do. So for them, they're taking all those things and they're doing it a little bit different. Now, this is a big deal. John Biggs, thanks, man. No problem. This is a big deal. When you look at these up and coming projects, okay, we're in like the early stages of these things. One thing that you have to evaluate, and I watched this entire interview here. This is the most passionate GameFi founder interview I've ever heard. In this video, he talked about how they spent 12 months alone putting in the work, create these type of super complex mechanisms and economic model in the game, gameplay model in the game. Super impressed. Now, if we go ahead and pull up some of the back history, we got Dan. He's one of the co-founders. He's been in the crypto space for a while. He's launched a swap as well as NFT stars. I went ahead and pulled both of those up. It doesn't look like either project really took off, but Maybe he learned from those experiences and are bringing those into Sidus Heroes. The other co-founder is Audrey, and Audrey is more on the creative digital advertising, graphic design. Now we put up their social media. What I'm looking for here, I want to see a community that's living, that's thriving, that's pumped, that's excited. Okay, I want to see daily posts. I want to see people engaging with those posts. I want to see memes. Like, I want to see your communities, and it seems like theirs is pumping. Theirs is doing good. 14,000 Sidus Heroes, 4 of which are online. Their Twitter account is followed by 338,000 people. They have a Medium page that is updated very, very frequently. I did also go ahead and pull it up on Lunar Crush. If you followed the channel for a while, we use Lunar Crush to look at social sentiment around tokens. And unfortunately, maybe because we're so early, Sidus doesn't even show up. People, there's individual people like influence, but the tokens themselves. Steve Owens just popped in. What's up, everybody? I went ahead and also pulled up their YouTube channel. They have more subscribers than I do. They had 20,000 subscribers. They only have a couple videos. This is that interview that I mentioned. This is the trailer for the game. So, overall, social standpoint, they're doing well, especially for a game that is still in beta that hasn't even launched. Now we play the game of what if the market cap of Sidus went ahead and met the market cap of GALA. You're looking at a 1x, but it's also super early. The game isn't even launched. Now we talk about growth. We'll dive into the white paper and we'll talk about some of their growth levers. But for me as an investor, right off the bat, exchange listings. The only somewhat reputable exchange this thing is on right now is Gate.io. It's worth mentioning that there's actually 2 tokens. They have the Sidus Heroes token, which is the currency token used within the game. And then you have the Senate DAO token, which is the governance. And that one is also listed on Gate.io. Now, until what else could happen? We talk about their marketplace creation. So a marketplace where if you have an NFT, you could buy, sell, trade it on their marketplace. Okay. So we're talking about VC backers. And you guys, if you already followed this channel for a while, you already know. This little brand right here, I love it. Animica Brands. If you didn't know, Animica Brands is based in Asia, and they're like early backer of Yield Guild Games, Axie Infinity, Immutable X, pretty much all the projects I'm just finding about right now. They've been on for a while, so I like to follow them and see what they're doing, try and stay ahead of the curve. We also see Alameda Research pop up. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is a backer of this thing. You also have your favorite guy out there, BitBoy Crypto. Alex Becker was on here too somewhere. Alex, I don't know where you are. He's on here somewhere. And Blocktopia, which is another project that's currently in my portfolio. You gotta dig it. Now we talk about partnerships. They do list a partnership with Polygon. This thing is built on Ethereum, so they're gonna need some sort of scaling solution to get around those high gas fees. And it looks like, as of right now at least, it's Polygon. But I wonder if that Animica Brands could go ahead and lead them towards Immutable X since it's a partner company. Tokenomics. Dude, I'm just cruising. I'm telling you, we got so much stuff for you. So we mentioned there's 2 tokens, right? You have the Senate token, which is the governance token, mainly used to express political views and to influence the development of the metaverse. And then Sidus, which is the in-game token where rewards are paid out, and it's the main currency used. I'll say the documents that these folks put together blew me away. There's more information in their light paper, their white paper, their roadmap. Like their roadmap is like 20 pages long. I've never seen that before. Oh, what we got right here? John Biggs looks interesting. Elwin Ralph. You can change the sentiment to positive, but don't realize it. Matter of crypto mindset. Yeah, oftentimes when Lunar Crush already flashes positive social sentiment, that means we're late. So tokens, we already talked about how there's 2 tokens. You have the Senate DAO, Senate token, Sidus Heroes, Sidus token. Now, I did have a question that come up trying to understand what the different use cases are for them. The Senate token is used in the purchase and sale transactions of private land. So it's used for land sales. You can also use it to purchase spaceships and spaceship equipment that you cannot buy with Sidus. So it sounds like there's a deeper utility outside of just governance. And obviously Senate is attached to the governance voting power. So if you own it, you have it, you'll be able to kind of steer the direction of the metaverse. And then Sidus, on the other hand, takes its place as a token we use in any action in the gameplay or the NFT market. In addition to that, it'll be effective in accessing other Sidus products such as their upcoming launch. So if you want to participate in the launch pad, sounds like you're gonna have to have Sidus token. We talked about how these people went deep. Okay, deep. All right, look at this thing. This is just a diagram showing you the player's property. This is you here. Okay, this is how you can go ahead and engage with the marketplace. You get your spaceships, get your heroes, develop some land. You have your inventory, like your gear, resources, your loot box. I mean, come on. This is kind of the current status of it right now. They're releasing that in phases, which is completely understandable. I just thought this was cool to kind of share. They're talking about some of the different objects traveling amongst the planets, some of the different ships and what they do, what the universe kind of looks like. the ability to own and control territories. I mean, if this was 10 years ago, this would be my dream, right? I mean, I'd just spend all day playing Sidus Heroes. They had an initial DEX offering. This token the IDO was on December 14th, ran through the 15th, and went ahead and created a goal of 606 million tokens. Now they actually went ahead and they showed a distribution showing where all these tokens are going. Some to the public sale, partners and advisors, seed round, public round, private round, team, the ecosystem. Everything you want to see about either Senate token or the Sidus token is out there. Now, one call out, vesting schedule. So 10% monthly since the second month, which I believe would be this month. They're going to go ahead and get unlocks. 10% unlock, and that runs for 10 full months. So in essence, for the next 10 months, there's going to be a downward pressure on both the Senate and the Sidus token price as those early backers are cashing. And we can see the initial price that they paid was fraction of a penny for the Sidus token and 18 cents. So the folks who have them, they're looking at some pretty deep. Crypto Mark Coco, did you say Mr. Beast? Son watches that guy all the time. Dude, me too. I want to be the Mr. Beast of crypto. I just want to like have the ability to give people hundreds of thousands of dollars, but you can't do it on a small YouTuber's budget. So what else we got? Looking at the max supply, so you have 300 million for the Senate DAO token. You have 30 billion for the Sidus Heroes token. Looking at growth of the wallet, so this is a Senate token here. We can see they've had a nice little steady increase. Let's take it back to, let's say January, 9,000 wallets, and right now they about 400 new holders of the token, so not very many. We do the same thing for the DAO, 11,000, let's call it 12,000. Right now they're at 14, so the Sidus token is actually gone up 2,000 compared to 400 for the DAO. Now this is actually super cool. I went ahead and I pulled up the distribution of the token, and the reason for that is you don't want to see something like this where the top wallet holds 50%. If this thing goes ahead and pumps, they're gonna sell, crashing on all the people below them. So I couldn't find anything on it. I jumped in the Discord, which sometimes I get banned, okay, asking these questions around addresses and wallets and holders. I was like, hey guys, love the project, come in peace. I noticed that there's a wallet that's, can you tell me what's up? And one of their people got back to me immediately. It was no problem, no issue. He actually shared, there's a similar incident here and he shared this screenshot, which is probably super tiny. Try and blow it up here. This wallet right here, ecosystem incentive, and they gave that back to me in like 2 minutes for me hopping in there and asking. Super professional. Now we talk about governance. It is a DAO, so if you're a token holder, you're going to be able to vote in this bad boy and steer it however you and the rest of the community thinks makes sense. And we talk about where you can go ahead and you buy this thing. Again, I think Gate.io is the only reputable exchange. I just set up with them recently and went ahead and actually picked up some of these Sidus tokens. Wasn't any problem. Based in the US, was able to perform KYC without any issues. Same thing for the Senate DAO, currently only on Gate.io. Now we talk about news. So they had this happen. Let me zoom this out a little bit. They went ahead and they busted a whole bunch of players that they monitored and could tell that they were using bots to kind of go ahead and play and power farm. They banned them all out. That's cool to see that they're policing that. Crypto play to earn games that are just in it for the money probably don't care. Of course, we talk about the beta launch back in, let's see, January 23rd. So really just a couple weeks ago, guys. Definitely early in this project's life. And then of course they had the 21 million IDO that was raised across all their community back on January 6th. I wish I had participated in. What the heck was I doing that I couldn't throw some money at Sidus? And we already touched on this again, but I'm just super impressed. You know, I watch a ton of different interviews when it comes to crypto founders, and especially if they come from a business background, which it sounds like Dan did, oftentimes they're in it for the money. They're just kind of telling you what you need to hear, want to hear to feel good. But if you go through, you watch this thing, this guy was like sweating. Okay, he was super engaging with the chat. He was rambling off on really all the positive, great things that this game's gonna be able to do. And it kind of won me over. I was impressed. And then lastly, go ahead and slap on there for some news. Of course, they have a CertiK audit, because what cryptocurrency would be without the stamp of approval? I talked about the roadmap, 17-page roadmap. Who else does this? Who else does a 17-page roadmap? Anyways, this thing goes all the way to the year, hold on, I'm still scrolling. Yeah, this goes all the way to the year 2025. And I think the biggest things on this that I read was the launching of a mobile version. So you can go ahead, you can play it on a mobile app. I think as an investor, it's hard for me not to get excited about potential exchange lists, especially when you're backed by Animoca Brands and Alameda Research that have really strong relationships with Coinbase and Binance and all those other things. And they also go ahead and they talk about just ongoing development, adding new functionality, adding new races, adding new places, like a ton of cool stuff. Steve Owens, huge. So, all right, let's wrap this thing up. Let's say pros, most passionate founder I've seen so far in the GameFi. And when you're looking at kind of a brand new cryptocurrency project, he's gonna go out there, get in front of people, have to convince them to invest, use their time and energy. That's really important. Extremely detailed, extremely detailed. Have I mentioned that yet? In addition to that, they're delivering on the roadmap. If you go ahead, you look at some of the initial things they mentioned, launching the beta, getting some of the NFTs out, targeting staking, they're delivering on all. And then of course, those big backers. I see Animoca Brands and it's an early stage project. Also slap on Alameda Research just for a cherry on top. Okay. I'd say cons. There's a lot of games coming out. And although this thing's to make it more fun and engaging, much more enjoyable environment to be in, delicate dance. It can't be too complex or you're gonna lose folks that are new to crypto. And then I did have those distribution of tokens as one of my concerns, but I was able to reach out to the person in Discord and they validated that those are earmarked for community incentives. So they knocked that one off my cons. So I'd say last thoughts, I like it. I like it so much. Again, last night at like 3 a.m., I went ahead, I researched it. I bought some Sidus tokens. I can't help but think that I may be taking the strategy wrong though. Like I wonder if the play for some of these early games is to actually go ahead and target the NFTs, in-game currency token or the governance token. So I'm really kind of unsure if I'm playing this, but regardless, I went ahead, I bought some Sidus tokens. I'm also gonna go ahead and jump in and buy some Senate tokens and I'll probably follow this thing and continue to follow it and see where it goes. So there you have it. There's my review. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it so much that I bought it. What game am I covering next? Let me know in the comment section down below, and I appreciate you watching.